Far above the Arctic Circle, in one of the coldest places on Earth, lies the city of Norilsk. A city of extremes, polar nights stretching for months, metal-smelting plants billowing sulfur clouds, and a history that begins with forced labor and ends, well, still unresolved. In this video, we'll explore how Norilsk was founded, why it became closed off, how its industry damaged the environment, and what its legacy means for our planet. This is Norilsk, Arctic outpost, industrial titan, environmental tragedy. Norilsk was officially founded in 1935, built around massive nickel and copper ore deposits in the Siberian Arctic. Much of its early construction and workforce came from the Gulag system. Prisoners labored in the extreme cold to build mines, smelters, and the city itself. Because of its remote location, strategic importance mining critical metals, and harsh climate, Norilsk was designated a closed city. Entry required special permits, and outsiders were restricted. The isolation helped preserve secrecy and control. Norilsk's mines and smelters produce nickel, copper, palladium, platinum, cobalt, gold, and more, and at extreme environmental cost. For over decades, the plants emitted about 1.9 million tons of SO2 each year, comparable to entire nations' pollution, and causing acid rain, forest die-off, blackened snow. Within a radius of some tens of kilometers, boreal forest has died off, soil is laced with heavy metals, snow and ice are stained. The air and environment affect respiratory disease, life expectancy, the indigenous peoples of the Taimyr region. On 29 May 2020, a storage tank collapsed due to thawing permafrost and leaked about 17,500 tons of diesel into nearby water systems. The Arctic is warming twice as fast. Thawing soil undermines infrastructure, increasing risk of spills. Average temperatures around 10 degrees Celsius, polar nights for 6+ weeks, permafrost below everywhere. Buildings sink, foundations fail. The 2020 spill tied to permafrost thaw. From Gulag to modern mining workforce, the extreme working conditions and reliance on the mining complex. The Nganasan and other tribes witnessing the changes. Environmental damage, loss of traditional lands. Norilsk's pledged to invest in pollution controls. But many challenges remain. What can Norilsk teach us about resource extraction, remoteness, industrialism, and environmental stewardship? Although the city remains operational and vital to global metal supply, the environmental burden is huge. As climate change advances, the Arctic becomes both more accessible and more vulnerable. Norilsk isn't simply a dirty city. It's a microcosm of the trade-offs between industrial power and ecological cost, between human ambition and Earth's limits. Norilsk sits at the edge of the world, remote, extreme, productive, and yet tragic. The smelters still burn, the permafrost still thaws beneath buildings, the boreal forest still bears the scars of sulfur, and the people live under skies heavy with industry. If you thought pollution was a problem elsewhere, consider this frozen Arctic city, where the consequences are visible, literal, and extreme. Thanks for joining me on this journey to the Arctic outpost of Norilsk. If that blew your mind, wait until you hear what's next. Hit like so more people discover it, drop a comment with the most remote city you've heard of, and subscribe so you never miss another strange and wonderful fact about our planet.